You wanted to make it to OT VIII now?
I wanted to get as far as possible. OT VIII wasn't released at that time. There was only OT VII released. So I did all the levels up to OT VII, one by one by one. And I also did one of the L rundowns, the flag L10.
L10, 11, L12.
No, I only did one of those, which was L10. And it cost me about 100 hours of auditing at about $10,000 per block of 12 and a half hours.
For doing that?
Yes.
It's also very hard, critical questions, something like this.
Very hard questions.
Yeah.
Very hard questions. But anyway, it was fine.
It was fine?
Yeah.
So then they asked you to do OT VIII?
Well, only after I did OT VII. I finished OT VII and I was going to go home, and a friend of mine says, no, you should stay, you should go now onto the ship and you should do OT VIII. So I said, okay. So we got the money together. That was about $15,000 or $20,000 I had to pay. And so I went on the ship and I had to wait 3 weeks on the ship paying $100 a day for them to get their paperwork straight.
What kind of paperwork?
To say that my eligibility was all right and I could actually do the OT VIII level.
That means you are 110% security checked from all sides?
All sides. Security check, left, right, center, up and down. Everything about my life is known and written down. And nothing.
Before you can do OT VIII,
yes.
And then?
Before any level.
Before any level, yeah. But especially hard at OT VIII.
Very, very hard. We were with several students and we had a joke that it was like walking between one cliff and another cliff on a rope, and the ethics officer was the other end with a big pair of scissors. Anytime he could just cut the rope and leave you down into the... That was the atmosphere. We joked about it, but it was very, very emotionally stressful. Very, very stressful. You see, the reason for that is that in the beginning, when you start Scientology and when you do your courses, the message is that Scientology is the only road to total freedom. That's the message. But no other road works. Now, when you want to be free, you want to follow that road. So it puts a tremendous stress on you, having the only road possibly cut by somebody's whim or caprice at any time. It's very, very stressful. And ethics officers have the power to do that. The Religious Technology Center now has the power to simply cut what somebody believes is their route to freedom, just like that. That can lead to somebody to suicide. That alone. Believe me, it's stressful.
Yeah.
So OT VIII, yes. I eventually, after 3 weeks of paying all this money and waiting around doing nothing for 3 weeks.
Cruising around the Caribbean Sea?
Yes, I don't like cruises, so I mean, it's just a nuisance for me. I would like to be on dry land. Anyway, so.
And then they said, okay, now
they said I can do it.
Yeah. And how it went on?
Then I had to get a security card with my special pass. I got my invitation and I went up to the security guard at the door the next morning to go on course, and had to show my pass to the security guard and put it through the swiping machine. And I had to go through 2 security doors and then go to the course administration and show my invitation. And then they said, okay, now here's how this works. There's a pack which you have, which is like a folder, plastic one, and it plugs in the course administration room to a computer, which is a security computer. And when we unplug this pack from the security computer, you have 30 seconds to get to your desk and plug it in at your place before the alarms go off for breach of security. So I thought that was rather amusing. So we did that, and we had fun doing that. And then I did my course.
How long did it took? 1 day?
No, it didn't. It took about 3 weeks, but most of that was just stuff I'd done before. It was things that I had already covered, like e-meter drills and things like that. The actual OT VIII is probably just a few pages. Just a few pages. But I won't go into technical details because that would be too long to explain.